Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to GrowlerCat, where we are going to be talking about Joaquin Phoenix storms off after Joker interview question gets under his skin. Okay, well, I wasn't there, so I can't really say if he stormed off or not, but we'll get into it. This is also written by Storm Gifford, so there's a lot of storming going on here. This is the New York Daily News. I'm going to be very honest with you here and just kind of get on the level. I really don't follow any one source. But I did check a couple of sources here and there just to make sure that the story added up and looked pretty much the same. I was comparing a few notes. And then I wanted to look over here on Telegraph. These are the people that I guess he walked out on. And we're going to get into the whole story. And so I'm a day late, dollar short, but I'm sure that, plenty of people already know what the hell happened here. And if not, we'll sit back, relax, and we'll get into it. And I wanted to read about this, but then look at it. It's like, you start getting into it, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, we're glad you're enjoying this. Register, subscribe. I don't know. They want fucking money. No, it ain't happening. So to that. Okay, so let's read this article here by Storm Gifford that was just put up September 21st, 2019. Okay, so right here, right off the bat, the Joker was in no laughing mood. Oh God, man, the fucking cringe level of this fucking writing. I mean, these are the journalists of today. It's not good. It really is. And I bet that this Storm, I'm going to assume that this is a female, not that it matters, but I bet that I just want to be able to say he or she. And I bet that she is really proud of that line right there. Oh my God, the fucking cringe factor. All right, let's push on. So Joaquin Phoenix, star of the upcoming Batman origin story Joker, was so exasperated by a reporter's question earlier this week regarding the film that he stormed off in a huff. Says who? Who is saying that he is storming, and who is saying that he is in a huff? I mean, is that really true, or are we just saying whatever the hell we want right now? I want to know who the source is that said that he stormed off in a huff, first off. Okay, moving on. The Telegraph interviewer asked Phoenix if he feared that the movie might perversely end up inspiring exactly the kind of people it's about with potentially tragic results. Okay, so I'm not familiar with this Telegraph, except for the fact of the matter that they want to, I don't know, they want money out of me just so I can read an article online that I can literally fucking read anywhere else. So, okay. That already tells me that there's stupid asses there. But, okay, so let's just get through this and we'll come back to this question. So Phoenix replied, "Why would you?" No, muttered the 44-year-old actor before exiting. About an hour later, Phoenix completed the interview after some apparent backstage, quote, peace brokering, unquote, with Warner Brothers publicity team, according to Digital Spy. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I should have checked this out too, but whatever. Okay, let's go on. And then, of course, we're going to bring up old shit that doesn't have anything to do with anything, but let's go on. I guess because this is talking about another interview that he had. So I guess that's why they're bringing this up. No stranger to enigmatic interviews. Would we really call that enigmatic? Let's look that word up here and see if that's even acceptable. Here you go. Difficult to interpret or understand, mysterious, which is pretty much what I thought, right? Thanks to the Riddler, actually, for letting me, Edward Enigma. Okay, yeah, difficult to interpret or understand, mysterious. And this says no stranger to enigmatic interviews. How is this difficult to understand or interpret? Again, we're going to get back to this, too. This person, this Storm Gifford here, you're a fucking idiot, okay? I'm sorry to say it, but you are. And your name is fucking stupid. The only Storm that I know and love is Storm from X-Men. So go fuck yourself. All right, moving on here. In 2009, during an appearance on Late Show with David Letterman, sporting shades and a shaggy beard. What does this have to do with anything? What does sporting shades and having a shaggy beard have to do with anything that's going on up here? Okay? Now I know this really seems like I'm fucking white knighting this whole thing. I'm white knighting Joker here, but I really ain't. And trust me, you're gonna know why in a second. All right, so Phoenix awkwardly bantered with Letterman, asserting he was ditching acting for a career in rap. Okay, first off, I heard that this whole acting for career in rap dealy was a fucking ruse, right? Don't we all know that by now? So I'm not sure what any of this has to do with anything here. This little paragraph, but okay. Joker director Todd Phillips said he became accustomed to Phoenix's mercurial moods during shooting sessions. Okay, now the way that the guy acts or the way that he handles things, obviously, it's good. He does good work. He's a good actor. So, however he wants to get through it, that's completely fine and understandable. All right, the guy is a great actor. Nobody can deny him that. Now, let's come back up here to this question. Okay, so this is the question: if Joaquin Phoenix feared the movie might perversely end up inspiring exactly the kind of people it's about with potentially tragic results. So, in other words, saying, "Hey, are you afraid that fucking someone's gonna fucking see this movie and start fucking shooting up schools or malls or whatever the fuck is in style to shoot up these days?" I don't know, but here's the thing about that when people fucking go over the edge, they it's a culmination of things. It's not just one thing. It's not just like fucking, well, I seen this fucking movie and now I'm gonna go out on a fucking killing spree. It doesn't work that way. The way that it works is a culmination of things. Once again, I hate to repeat myself, but it's from what you're exposed to, what your location is, like your fucking neighborhood, stuff like that. If you're born and raised in, say, a rough neighborhood, you might fucking end up tending to be more violent if you're surrounded by gangs and you join a gang, shit like that. How you're treated by, say, family, your mom, your dad fucking beat you, hit you unfair to you, your brother, your older sister do something, wrong to you, fucking, were you raped, were you beat up, were you bullied on in school, all this shit. Okay, all of this is culminated together. And then, and of course, yes, I'm not saying that a killer or a murderer can't take inspiration from a movie, but usually, and I'd say, and I'm no fucking psychiatrist here or psychologist or whatever, but I'm a guy that just has fucking common sense. And I'm also a guy who has lived a life of actually being exposed to some pretty rough shit. Okay, you want to talk about fucking uh, having a tougher life? Maybe not the roughest life, but a tougher life. I've had multiple gangs literally living and hanging out next door to me. They burned my dad's fucking Buick. Okay, they fucking tried to burn it to the fucking ground. The fucking car that he used to go out to work every day and fucking to feed his family. Um, what else? Sorry, I thought I had the cough there. No, I'm not. I'm not crying. I was bullied in the beginning of high school, my freshman and sophomore year. Boy, was I fucking bullied because I was a skinny, awkward looking fucking dude. I just kind of looked like a dork, and I was an easy target. As I started to get a little older, junior and senior year were a lot easier going, but still, that's a time when you're young, your mind's developing, you're perceiving a lot of the things, you see the world for what it's worth, all that shit. Okay, I've had guns flashed at me, pointed at me, and this is all the fucking truth, Ruth. And to get back on the main subject here of film, I have been exposed to film. Oh, and by the way, I wasn't treated the most fairly by my family either. Okay, my brother bullied me to fucking no end, and my mom was actually a very abusive person. She would beat the shit out of me and my brother until one day she finally had an epiphany here, whatever the hell you call it, and she just finally got it through her head that that was wrong to do. Okay, so anyways, getting back on track here about film. And that's not to say that my parents were horrible people, because they really weren't. Some of those ass whippings I did deserve. Some others, not so much. So anyways, back to film. Now, I was also exposed to a lot of R-rated films. I mean, I'm talking like I seen Predator, I seen fucking Terminator, I seen RoboCop. I mean, these are like some of the fucking most violent films that you can possibly see. Okay, and I seen them when I was like fucking 6, 7, 8 years old, man, and I fucking love those movies. All right, now, and of course I seen way more than just that. My parents, they didn't really give a shit about what we were watching as long as it wasn't porno. Okay, but we can watch any R-rated movie. Shit, my dad took us to go see Bram Stoker's Dracula at the theaters, like at fucking, I don't know, like a really late showing. It was like 10 o'clock or something. I guess like he just wanted kind of atmosphere theme. It's dark, it's scary, it's spooky, scary skeleton time sort of shit. So that's how much on the level that they really didn't give a fuck, because my mom asked me at one point in time, and this is where I find parenting to be really great. My mom asked me at one point in time. Sorry, let's put this picture back up here. She asked me if I understood the difference between fantasy and reality. And I told her, yes, I do. And then she let me go and get Mortal Kombat, or let me go and get Doom, or whatever. She just wanted to make sure, and she already knew the answer that I was going to give her anyways. I mean, I already seen all these fucking movies, and this and that. All right, so being exposed to all the stuff that I said previously, plus very violent films, plus very violent video games, and all this shit. Okay, now I'm just a normal guy. All I do is I like to fucking I like to stream games. I like to make videos here and there, and dick off on YouTube. I'm just a normal guy as far as I'm concerned. Okay, maybe that's not all that normal, but I do know what I am not, and what I am not is I'm not a killer. I am not a murderer. I do not have any thoughts about hurting anybody. I don't want to inflict any sort of pain on anybody at any given moment. Unless, of course, I'm being attacked, which is totally different. Okay, so we won't even get into that. So, all of this, all these things that I said, may not have warped me, because perhaps my will was stronger than, say, another person would be if they were exposed to the same exact environment in the same exact conditions as me. But that would still mean that it still took a lot of different elements besides just watching one single fucking film and then just deciding, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna go and start shooting up a school or something like that. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry to say. So asking a question such as this right here, it's just ignorant, because the only thing that Joaquin Phoenix wants to do is promote his movie, and in turn, the interviewer gets to interview a Hollywood movie star, which in turn can get clicks or likes or thumbs up, YouTube video, whatever. It gets attention, is what I'm trying to say. Joaquin Phoenix is there to make that movie sound like the best fucking thing on earth. That's what his job is after he's done filming the fucking thing. He's then to go out about the world, just like we've seen in every late night show with Conan and Jay Leno and, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Johnny O. Lenoman over here, is we see them go there, fucking, except those guys don't really, ask stupid asshole questions such as this novice here would. Okay, yeah, sure, some of them sometimes will ask dumb shit, but, for the most part, they're pretty tame. Now, I'm not saying that you need to have an interview and have it be boring. I'm not saying that at all. Like, I'm not saying that you need to ask the guy, hey, what's your favorite movie? And, all these, like, stock types of questions. If you are an interviewer, I'm sure that you can sit on your ass, grab a pen, or get on your computer, and fucking brainstorm for 10 minutes some good fucking questions to ask this person, instead of just going to the whole cheap thing of let's try and stir the pot here, rile somebody up, or maybe get them to say something that they shouldn't be saying, so then we can blow this shit all out of proportion. Okay, that's what they're trying to do, and that, my friends, is fucking desperate. I mean, that is bottom of the barrel, quote unquote, journalism. So, this whole piece here, written by Storm Gifford, this whole thing is shit too. You know, they're trying to make this a big deal as well. And I mean, at the same time, I mean, it did get my attention. I will say that. Actually, a YouTube video is the one that got my attention on it. But they didn't really have any. The video that I seen, at least, didn't have any real opinion on it, other than just like fucking, hey, this is bullshit. But I want to get a little more in depth, I guess is what I'm saying. So this interviewer needs to fucking take notes. Go fucking look at a real interviewer. I mean, fucking go watch Conan O'Brien, Joe Rogan, even fucking Oprah Winfrey. You know, just watch that shit. See the questions that they're asking. Write some of those questions down, and then just use them as your own. You don't even have to be good at what you do in this fucking field, anyways. So just do that. Go rip off somebody else's um, inquiring questions, and there you go. Instead of going to this little fucking deal here and just all in all being an asshole and just quite rude to your guests that you're interviewing. So that's really all that I have to say about it. I know, I'm sorry, it took me like 17 minutes to get all this off my chest, but I just really felt the need to do so. So, once again, thank you for coming back to the GrowlerCat, and we will see you next round.